This school is only for students from tycoon families, but hidden deep inside contains a horrifying secret. This girl accidentally witnessed a murder at a prestigious school. When she was about to report to the police, a man made an offer to her. If she kept quiet, they would provide her with a scholarship to attend the most prestigious school in Korea for a poor girl like Hai. And this was beyond her imagination. She immediately agreed, but Hyein did not know that this decision had completely changed her life. A few months ago, Hyein was still a poor schoolgirl with a dream of changing her life. She hated living in poverty. Every day she had to work part-time to get money to cover her living expenses because she is an excellent student. Hyein also teaches tutoring outside of class. This time the student is a prestigious young lady preparing to take the entrance exam to an international school named Nayeon. Entering the magnificent villa made her overwhelmed. The parents were famous for being stingy and liked to show off. The reason she hired Hyein as a tutor was to help her daughter increase her math scores, but she didn't want her daughter to study too hard. Hyein only needs to improve 1 or 2 math points for Nayeon. The rest of the things just let the money take care of. After talking with his parents, Hyein quickly ran to the convenience store on duty at night. She didn't have time to rest, leads to weakness in the body, even though she works hard. It only has enough money to pay tuition. This time the school also organizes a study abroad course, but the school will not pay the cost support. If she wants to go, she has to pay 3,500,000 won. This is not a small amount of money for Hyeon's family. Today is Nayeon's first lesson. However, this girl was only engrossed in taking pictures in front of the mirror, which made Hyeon uncomfortable. Nayeon innocently asked Hyeon if she thought the bag she was wearing was beautiful. Hyeon was curious as to why Nayeon bought 2 identical ones, but when she knew the value of these 2 bags, Hyeon was really shocked. Each cost more than 3 million won. That was enough for her to pay for studying abroad. Hyeon criticized Nayeon for spending money too wastefully, but as a noble young lady, this is only a very small expense. Nayeon expressed her disdain for poor people like her. People who work all their lives are unlikely to be able to afford this bag. The next day, Hyeon came to teach earlier than usual. While waiting for Nayeon, she tried wearing the branded bag and took a photo. She did not expect that this photo would become so famous so quickly. Many students at school were talking about Hyeon's family background. Only rich people could afford the limited edition bag. This time, everyone was surprised that Hyeon is usually a simple girl. Even Hyeon was shocked when the post became viral. But from now on, people are divided into 2 camps. One side thinks that she's a poor fake lady. The other side thought she was lying. If she have stabbed the javelin, she must follow the javelin. Hyeon decided to live as a lady of the sand. From then on, every day, Hyeon arrived half an hour before class. She took advantage when the owner of the item had not yet gone to school and took a few photos. Hyeon posted many photos of herself with luxury items, but her classmates never once saw her wearing it to school. Hyeon explained that since she was a child, she had been making her own money, but these expensive items were all gifts from her parents. After listening, her friends admired Hyeon very much. They said she can make money by posting ads in order to have money to go to school. Hyeon risked her life trying to wear more expensive outfits. However, while trying on the international school's uniform, Nayeon suddenly returned. Hyeon quickly crawled under the bed to hide. Nayeon got angry when she couldn't find her uniform anywhere. Hyeon's phone alert rang. Nayeon curiously went to check. When she went to personal page, she was surprised when Hyeon dared to take photos of her things and post them online. Hyeon hid under the bed, knowing she couldn't escape. So, she crawled up from the ground to face Nayeon. She angrily asked why Hyeon dared to deceive her. Nayeon threatened to tell her mother, scaring Hyeon. She begged Nayeon to keep this secret from her parents. Nayeon took this opportunity, wanted Hyeon to become her personal henchman. From then on, Hyeon had to do Nayeon's homework every day, not to mention every time she went shopping. Hyeon is still the one who has to carry the bags. Hyeon has to take the final exam soon. Her time is getting less and less, but she always has to serve Nayeon. Hyeon tried to be patient for a whole month. Today, it was the day of the final exam. Suddenly, Hyeon received a call from Nayeon. Nayeon sobbed and said she had forgotten her file at home. If she didn't have it, she would be eliminated. Nayeon threatened if Hyeon doesn't give her the file, then she will tell her mother about Hyeon's deception. Hyeon was scared and quickly ran to the house to find the documents. She needed to quickly return to school, or else she would be late for the exam. Hyeon ran as fast as she could to the international school, but she accidentally heard Nayeon talking to friend. It turned out that this was just a game she created to torment Hyeon. Nayeon also blatantly threw the file that Hyeon brought into the trash. Hyeon was angry when she herself was looked down on like that. She missed an important exam to run here. The pent-up pressure made Hyeon smile and burst into tears. Hyeon took a deep breath to try to regain composure. Just at this moment, there was a female student who came to give her a hair tie. This female student was surprised that Hyeon looked so similar to her. Even the names were only a little different. When her friend turned her back, Hyeon suddenly discovered a note was stuck on her back. It turned out that this friend had been bullied at school. Hyeon angrily snatched the note away way. Why do people still bully others like this? Then Hai-in hugged a bucket full of water to resolve the conflict. Because she was an outside student, then Hai-in didn't know the road in the school. She accidentally caught Big Sister just coming out of the physical room. She boldly asks you if you know where the admission interview is. Jae-na was surprised that someone dared to talk to her like that. Do you know who I am? Hai-in was bewildered and didn't understand what this girl was saying, also acted arrogant, but because she was busy finding an interview room, Hai-in didn't think much. Then she carried a bucket of water to the table receptionist. Her cold face scared the students. The receptionist showed her the way to the admission interview. The door slowly opened. Hai-in walked up to the podium, where the young lady was interviewing with a bucket of water in her hand. She coldly poured a bucket of water on Na-yeon's head, surprising the whole hall. The interview was therefore cancelled. Na-yeon's mother angrily rushed to the school and scolded Hai-in. "It's your fault my daughter couldn't enroll." She got angry and said I would sue her whole family to court. Hai-in then returned to school to ask the teacher to give her a chance, but the teacher could not create conditions for her to take the private exam, and Na-yeon's family went to school to make a fuss. The rumor that Hai-in was just pretending to be a rich lady spread very quickly. Everyone despised her pretending to live like a rich person. In just one day, Hai-in's life suddenly fell apart. During class, her friends even formed a group to speak ill of her, making Hai-in very sad. She reached the limit of tolerance. Hai-in angrily took her school bag and left first, but a girl held her hand and asked Hai-in to apologize to the whole class. Hai-in got angry and left, ignoring the sarcasm. The important thing right now is to deal with the consequences she caused. Hai-in went to meet the principal of the international school. She wanted him to imitate Na-yeon's incident. Otherwise, Na-yeon's family would sue Hai-in, but the principal did not agree with this suggestion. Even though she had begged the principal, he still expressionlessly invited her to leave. Hai-in sadly went to the bathroom and sobbed. She did not expect that there was someone else here. The receptionist she met in the morning was also skipping class and smoking here. He was surprised to hear a strange noise. When she put her head down and cried, he secretly hid outside. But as soon as he walked in front of Hai-in, she sat up, was frustrated when she suddenly discovered the pervert. It was obvious that this was a female toilet. Why was he here? He explained that he was just hiding here to smoke herbs, and this toilet was rumored to have a persofting. It was haunted, so no one dared to come in. When he calmed down, he realized that Hai-in was the girl from the morning. Now there was no one in the school who didn't know Hai-in, but she wasn't in the mood to joke around with him. As soon as it was dark, Hai-in deliberately climbed the fence to enter the school and saw the receptionist. Hai-in asked him to show him where the principal's car usually parked. She had to follow him to beg for Na-yeon's admission. Hai-in sat and waited for a long time without seeing the principal. Because she was so tired, she fell asleep. When she woke up, the clock had struck 2 a.m. There was no one left in the schoolyard. Hai-in was disappointed to leave when suddenly she heard a loud noise. She turned head in fear and found the body of a female student had just fallen down. That was the friend Hai-in met in the toilet. Hai-in shouted loudly for help. Immediately the police were present and blocked the scene. Hai-in, with an unstable mentality, is being taken care of by police officers. She trembled and said she saw a shadow on the rooftop. Hai-in did not expect that this incident would change her life forever. The news that one student in the school committed suicide came to the principal's ears. She coldly ordered the subordinates to block this news. The international school could not be tainted with this. Ader staying at the police station all night. In returned home, on her shirt there was still a cheek stain left over from last night. Her face was tired from not getting enough sleep. Before she even stepped into the house, she saw Na-yeon's mother. Hai-in depressedly asked her what she was doing here. "Did you come to my father to sue?" But her attitude shocked Hai-in. She happily asked Hai-in what method she used to make the principal change his mind. Now Na-yeon has been admitted to an international school, so she also withdrew her lawsuit. Hai-in was surprised and didn't understand what she was talking about, but now she got rid of this troublesome lawsuit. Hai-in, with a confused expression, she returned home. Suddenly a text message from the principal was sent. Hai-in was stunned and called the principal back to confirm. The principal wanted her to keep last night's incident at school a secret. In return, he will agree to let her and Na-yeon enroll. Hai-in cannot believe her ears anymore. This is the opportunity to change her life. While the female student who committed suicide last night is being cared for at the hospital. However, the victim was taking a turn for the worse. Her ability to recover was almost gone. Her best friend was heartbroken looking at the victim on the hospital bed. The victim's mother came to ask him. She was grateful when he came to visit her daughter. This friend was surprised that someone else was here. It was clear that the victim had no friends at school besides the victim, and he were also bullied by the school bosses. They wanted to find out who was sent a complaint, so they threw each of them into the lake. Because he wanted to protect the victim, he accepted to be expelled from here. At this international school, there is a hierarchy among students. The top is Big Sister Jae-na, whom no student dares to disobey. Next is Jae-na's group of close friends, all of whom are children of powerful person. There was even the principal's son. Not only the students, but even the teachers couldn't do anything to them. Jae-na during class even blatantly argued with the teacher because this one was not satisfied with her. There were many people was kicked out because of Jaena's ladylike nature. In contrast to Jaena, In was bullied at school. Now every time they see her entering class, her friends always make trouble with Hai-In. They often treated her like trash. Today was Hai-In's last day at this school. They were all very surprised when the next school she attended was an international school, a famous school for the rich. The next morning, someone came to deliver a new uniform to Hai-In to better match the precious uniform. Hai-In spent a large amount of money to buy new shoes. She happily walked in the shopping center. Hai-In did not know that someone was secretly following her. Suddenly, the stranger approached and bumped into Hai-In. She was upset when her new shoe was dirty, but what made her worried was a piece of paper was placed inside. Why did that stranger know about the agreement she had with the principal? She quickly ran out to look for this guy, but couldn't find anyone. At that moment, Hai-In remembered that she had left her shoe bag in the bathroom. She was confused and searched everywhere, but couldn't find. Coincidentally, the big sister Jaena was also here. Jaena's foot is also wearing the same shoe, suspects that she is the culprit who stole the goods. Hai-In suspects that she is the culprit of stealing things. Jaena was surprised that someone dared to touch her. Do you know who I am? It's best for you to go away and out of my sight. Hai-In was angry at being disrespected like that. Hai-Jin rushed over and grabbed Jaena's hair to teach her a lesson. The two struggled fiercely in the bathroom. Hai-In tried her best to get the shoes back, but Hai-In did not know that she had suspected the wrong person. Those shoes were actually bought by Jaena. The big sister returned home with an injured face, Jaena angrily vowing to make Hai-In live in hell. Today is the first day Hai-In attends a new school. This is a completely different world for Hai-In. The school is equipped with the most modern classrooms, from the gym to the swimming pool. All of them belong to another class. Hai-In went to the teacher's room to receive her card. Here she happened to meet the receptionist the day before. He was quite surprised to see her in school uniform. However, Hai-In did not want anything to do with this guy. At this moment, an arm pulled Hai-In back. Both were surprised to see Do-won here. He was the principal's son. Hai-In didn't understand why he interfered. They didn't even know each other. Do-won said they knew each other now. Hai-In wanted to get away from the receptionist, so she decided to go with him. Do-won pulled her to a corner of the schoolyard. This romantic scene made Hai-In feel shy. He introduced himself as Do-won. If you have any difficulties, please find me. Hai-In curiously explored his personal page. It turned out that Do-won already had a girlfriend. Why did he approach her? Hai-In didn't think much anymore and went directly to look for her closet. She was confused when everyone looked at her with strange eyes. Hai-In finally found her personal locker. As soon as she opened the locker, she was startled to see a new pair of shoes, along with the words, "Welcome to hell." The surrounding students began to notice, laughing at her. Hai-In quickly closed her locker and went into the classroom. As soon as she entered, she was blocked by a group of boys. They angrily asked her who she was to dare to fight the school boss. The crowd began to gather around her. Hai-In was scared and quickly ran away from the classroom. Behind her was a group of Jaena's juniors chasing her. Hai-In quickly ran into the principal's office. She was disappointed and asked the principal if this was the reason he wanted me to enroll. The principal was bewildered and didn't understand what she was saying. Hai-In explained that she was being bullied by her new friend, but the principal said that this was not his responsibility. The contract they signed only had the terms that she receive a free scholarship. He has no obligation to help with small things like this. If she wants, she can return to her old school. But to enter this school is the dream of many people because Nuffall. So Hai-In decided to live here. To avoid Jaena's eyes and ears, she decided to climb the door to enter the classroom. But as soon as she stepped out of the window, Hai-In was blocked and hooded by Jaena. The boss of school, overbearing, asked her how she saw the greeting. Hai-In angrily said, "What the hell are you?" But a second later, Hai-In had to be speechless. The students in this school were all juniors of Jaena. Jaena grabbed her by the neck and warned her that once you touched Jaena, your life would be over. Hai-In angrily slapped her, surprising the crowd. Taking advantage of this opportunity, she quickly ran away from here. The juniors frantically chased Hai-In. Luckily, a hand appeared and pulled Hai-In into hiding. Hai-In looked at the friend in front of her in surprise. Shion took out a pair of old shoes to lend to Hai-In. She wondered if we had met before, but this friend said Hai-In's name was now the most popular in school. Hai-In was depressed when she was caught in Big Sister sights. Her new life here has been extinguished. Hai-In thanked new friend and quickly left here. Outside, Jaena's juniors were constantly looking for her. Hai-In worriedly texted Do-won to ask for help, but her juniors found her first. They surrounded her, not giving her. In a chance to escape, Hai-In risked her life and jumped down from the floor, causing everyone to panic. Luckily, Do-won came in time to pick her up. The whole group was confused when Do-won came to help. In this school, he is a person with great power, sometimes equal to Jaena, so the students did not dare to follow Hai-In anymore. The two of them then went to the rooftop to talk. Hai-In was grateful when he helped her escape the siege. Do-won kindly bandaged her wound, which made Hai-In remembering when she was young. She never thought she was lucky enough to marry the prince, but now she has thoughts of of becoming Cinderella, but this joy is quickly turned down by a bucket of cold water. Do-eun seriously asked who pushed the victim down from the rooftop. Hye-in was disappointed when he was just using her from the beginning. Do-eun approached her after seeing her profile. Hye-in observed the bracelet he was wearing, which belonged to the bad victim. Hye-in coldly asked, "If I revealed the truth, how would you help me?" The next day, many students were surprised to see Hye-in riding in the same car with Do-eun. The two of them still held hands and walked out. The students were curious as to when the two had been dating. This made Jae-na extremely uncomfortable. Hye-in once again became a topic of discussion among students in school. Hostility gradually turned into admiration. Even Do-eun's close friends couldn't believe this. The female students in the class said that in a few days there would be a special party, a place only for female students, having an invitation to attend. Hye-in, as she was dating the school's male god, of course would also have the opportunity to specially attend. Seeing the arrogant attitude of friends, Hye-in agreed to attend the meeting party. The first thing she needs to do is prepare a gorgeous outfit. The only person Hye-in can ask is Na-yeon. Na-yeon is also very excited about this party, so she agreed to let Hye-in borrow a dress. Today was the day of the party. Hye-in dressed splendidly and confidently entered the party. This luxurious atmosphere made her quite surprised. Suddenly, a young lady deliberately came to push Hye-in down. She had to be very careful not to spill the wine on white dress. They made fun of Hye-in and left. At that moment, another person appeared. She said she was Do-eun's close friend, so Hye-in trusted to extend hand to this person, help her up. At this moment, Jae-na in a sparkling outfit came over. As soon as Jae-na arrived, the other girl let go of Hye-in's hand. She was surprised when a glass of wine poured into an expensive dress. Jae-na walked up to Hye-in. The big sister coldly called for someone to bring her wine. Without any hesitation, Jae-na coldly poured the wine down on Hye-in. The surrounding crowd began to gossip. Hye-in calmly asked if she was crazy. Jae-na said she shouldn't. "You think that dating Do-eun would escape me?" Hye-in got angry and wanted to fight with big sister, but she was stopped by the staff. Only then did Hye-in know that this was Jae-na's person. This party was actually organized by Jae-na. Hye-in was resentfully taken out of the shop without being able to do anything. The next day, Do-eun went to see Jae-na and asked why she did that to Hye-in. However, Jae-na did not want to answer this question. Do-eun angrily warned her to stop this game. Jae-na sarcastically said that "You're paying attention to Hye-in, right? You two won't be a couple. Please give up on that girl." The clip of Hye-in being poured alcohol on her has gone viral online. The receptionist also saw it. At that moment, he saw Hye-in running past. He followed, then saw her talking to a strange man. The receptionist rushed in to threaten the guy because he misunderstood that she was being tricked. But in truth, Hye-in was trying to sell things to pay off her debt. Hye-in has to pay for the dress that was spilled with alcohol. The kind receptionist drove her home. At night, Hye-in tried to find ways to earn money to pay off her debt, but the cafes only accepted university students. The only way was to get money as scholarship at school, but the scholarship period was not until the end of the year. Hye-in had to struggle with the boycott of her friends. However, she was not afraid of Jae-na. She was even willing to fight with this guy. The school's big sister suddenly made her an offer. If Hye-in would quit school, Jae-na would pay for the dress. The big sister gave her 1 week to think about it. Hye-in was moved by these attractive offers. Every day Jae-na appeared to remind her. Hye-in was depressed and didn't know what she should do. At this moment, Do-eun passed by. He offered to accompany her to school. Hye-in thought he came to help her, but she was wrong. What Do-eun cared about was the real perpetrator of the case. He had run out of patience with Hye-in, so he found her. Hye-in asked if he could give her some money. This made Do-eun really angry. Hye-in was depressed when she was rejected. She asked to get off the bus immediately. Hye-in said she had signed a contract with the principal, so she couldn't reveal it. But out of respect for his help in the past, she revealed that the perpetrator was a woman. However, because it was dark, she couldn't see this woman's face clearly. The only person who treated her well in school was Shion. This new friend often invited her to have lunch with her. Shion curiously asked what she needed money for, and dejectedly said she needed 8 million won to pay for the dress. Shion said she knew someone who could lend her money. Shion took her to meet a fat, introverted, although quite quiet, but no one in school dared to touch him, simply because this fat guy had a billionaire father. Hye-in wanted to make money, so she went alone to meet the fat guy. He saw her with a sinister smile. He can pay her salary if Hye-in follows his request. This fat pervert wants to take photos of Hye-in cosplaying. Hye-in is upset, but in order to earn money to pay off her debt, she is forced to comply to his request. Her self-esteem was forgotten. Hye-in didn't expect that this fat guy would make a perverted proposal. He promised to pay 8 million won if she changed her clothes in front of him. Hye-in was angry at this request, but this was the amount of money that could help her pay off all her debt, so Hye-in endured humiliation to make money. Along with it, this time Jae-na's stepmother came to school. Jae-na was very upset when saw her face. Why did she come here? Jae-na got mad when saw her acting so fake. Her purpose was also the beer. It's just the president's assets. At this moment, Hye-in appeared to relieve Jae-na. She came forward to say hello and quickly pulled Jae-na away. It was the first time Hye-in saw her cry. However, Jae-na still showed her arrogant attitude and did not need help. Jae-na even said bitter words to Hye-in. She looked depressed at the person she had just saved. Then Hyen threw a bundle of money in Jae-sun's face. This is the money she earned to pay off her debt. Hyen announced that she would stay in school until she graduated. Hyen coldly said, "From now on, don't make trouble with me. No one is as scary as me." The next day, Hyen returned to school. All her classmates admired her as she remained unharmed. Hyen was the first person who could survive Jae-na's purge. Just thinking everything was going well, Do-won came over. He said he would do everything. Hyen asked. This made her feel confused. She was no longer afraid of Jae-na, so they no need to pretend to be a lover. Do-won threatened his father as a very scary person. What if he knew that she cheated on him? Hyen got angry and left despite Do-won's threats. But not far away, an anonymous message was sent. Someone had secretly filmed Hyen changing clothes to make money. This caused Hyen to collapse, walking lifelessly in the hallway. When Shion appeared to ask, seeing the close relationship of the two people made Jae-na uncomfortable. Why did Shion go with Hye-in? At night, while studying, Hye-in suddenly discovered that the stranger's handwriting resembled with Shion. Was Shion approaching from the beginning to take advantage of her? Shion's past was gradually revealed. Because her family was bankrupt, she was looked down upon by the students. This made Shion gradually degenerating. She angrily beat her classmate who dared to mock her family. At this moment, Jae-na appeared to stop her. Jae-na gave her a warning slap. Are already friends, they must be of the same level. It was Shion who taught Jae-na this. From then on, the two's hatred began to arise. Everywhere Shion went, she was suppressed by Jae-na. Because in order to take revenge, Shion approached Hye-in. She wanted to take advantage of Hye-in to give Jae-na a lesson. Hye-in frantically ran to the art room to find the secretly recorded video, but Shion hid it somewhere else. At this moment, Shion walked in. Hye-in angrily asked why she was taking advantage of her. Shion laughed loudly and said we were the same. Hye-in entered the school in an illegal way, killing people in exchange for uniforms. Hye-in explained that she just happened to pass by that day. Shion, laughing and saying it didn't matter. She knew the real killer was Jae-na. Do-won also realized the hatred between the two. That night, Jae-na went to meet the victim on the rooftop. Jae-na discovered that the victim was the one who filed the complaint. Not to mention the victim also knew that Jae-na's father was having an affair with a teacher at school. This made Jae-na really crazy. Hye-in still did not dare to believe Jae-na is the murderer. There's definitely someone setting a trap for Jae-na, but that has nothing to do with the tape. Hye-in asked Shion to hand over the tape to her. Shion smiled and said, as long as she did, Jae-na appeared on the rooftop. She would delete that secretly recorded video forever. She regretted being admitted to this school. When it was dark, Jae-na happened to see Hye-in standing crying alone. Jae-na was curious and stopped the car to ask after her. Hye-in was depressed when she and the victim both met a pitiful end. Jae-na said she was different from the victim before leaving. Jae-na also warned her to be careful with Shion. At this time, Do-won called. Hye-in agreed to reveal the murderer if he helped her with something. Immediately after that, the two quickly went to school. Hye-in hurriedly looked for a device to secretly film her. There were also many illegal hard drives inside. At the same time, the receptionist beat the fat guy repeatedly. He followed Hye-in's orders and forced this guy to reveal everything. That night, Hye-in sat down and watched the secretly recorded video. She was extremely shocked when she saw the ABC victim with the curly hair guy. It seemed like Shion also knew about this. Hye-in took out the necklace that the victim gave her before losing consciousness. These two things are definitely related. The next day, Hye-in went to school in a daze. Shion was waiting for her outside. She knew about Hye-in letting someone beat the fat guy. Shion smiled evilly and threatened to post her clip online. Hye-in was scared and told you to listen to my explanation. If she confessed the murderer, she would be expelled from school. Because to be sure she wanted to ask this, was everything directed by Shion? She admitted that she used the victim to fight Jae-na. She advised Hye-in to stop trying to investigate the truth. Just do as she said and everything would be fine. Everything accidentally will be heard by the receptionist. He promised to help Hye-in solve this problem. Hye-in felt comforted when hearing these words from him. Today is birthday of her lover with curly hair. While everyone was congratulating the young couple on their happiness, Hye-in felt like she didn't belong here. She went out for a walk with Do-won. Hye-in wondered why the murderer pushed the victim down. There must have been some great hatred, realizing that she had been out for too long. Hye-in returned to the party to talk to Jae-na. Suddenly, she saw the necklace that her curly-haired girlfriend was wearing. It was exactly the same as the one the victim gave her. Hye-in was curious and asked how much the bracelet cost. Jae-na laughed and said it was a limited item. Even if she had money, she wouldn't be able to buy it. Jae-na, after drinking quite a bit of alcohol, began to lose control of herself. She started to cause trouble with Do-won. Why did you leave me to go love the victim girl? Do you know what she did? Do-won felt uncomfortable when someone insulted his lover. He shouted loudly if she was the murderer who pushed the victim down. Jae-na laughed and said that the victim had deceived everyone from the beginning. After speaking, Jae-na pointed at the curly-haired guy. He was the one who had an illicit relationship with the victim. The party atmosphere suddenly became chaotic. Do-won was angry and beat the curly-haired guy. The person suffering the most right now must have been the lover, Curly Hair. Jae-na pulled her friend to a corner to talk. However, the lover named Curly Hair already knew about this, but because love is blind, his girlfriend still tried to hide it. devastated. Jae-na knew that she had just done something wrong. At this moment, Hae-in climbed into the car to ask for a ride. Jae-na was invited to Hae-in's house for the first time. She had something important to say. Hae-in already knew for sure who the real culprit was. Everyone believed that Jae-na was the murderer, but the one who committed the crime was his girlfriend with curly hair. Because of blind jealousy, the two had a fight. In the end, just because of 1 minute of temper, the girlfriend accidentally pushed the victim from the rooftop. The person Hae-in saw at that time was also girlfriend of curly hair guy. The next day, Hae-in suddenly received a text message from Shion. She made an appointment at 12 o'clock tonight. Let's meet on the rooftop. If don't come, Hae-in's clip will be leaked. Hae-in tried to explain that she had found the real killer, but it seemed that Shion also knew that person. Just as Shion was about to upload the clip online, a dark shadow appeared behind her. At in time, Hae-in also went to school. She was trying to find way up to meet Shion when suddenly there was a loud noise. Hae-in was stunned to see Shion lying unconscious in front of her. The movie ended here. Thank you for watching this movie. Hope we will meet again in the next videos.